Okay, I have been writing and publishing on Wikipedia since since January 2020. It was like the January 2020 or 21, January 21, 2020. I recently put out a video about how the first confirmed case of COVID-19 was in the United States was in Washington State and was on 21 January 2020. Those things, so me starting editing on Wikipedia, so writing and publishing on Wikipedia, started with editing and has kind of expanded. It started like literally within like 24 hours of each other. The first case of COVID-19 in the United States and me editing on Wikipedia. I did not do it because of the case. I think the timestamp is actually like, if you work out my time, I think it was before the email. I'm not certain about that. I have not gone back and checked that, but yeah, it was or gone back. I have checked it. I'm not checking for this video because this is not actually the topic. This is just a little intro to the topic of this video. So I've been doing it for over 2.5 years now. It is not, I'm going back to the start because I did not make my Wikipedia account and I did not start writing and publishing on Wikipedia because of COVID-19 and the COVID-19 pandemic. They're oddly like, no. Yeah, and maybe I'll cover this in my COVID-19 pandemic chronology videos, kind of when I started kind of escalating, expanding on Wikipedia, being like, okay, I've made a few edits, maybe I should try making a page and stuff like that. But the topic of this video, after that kind of, so I started in the past, a little over 2.5 years ago, and now I'm still around, I'm still writing, I'm still publishing, and I am creating pages. Not everybody who writes on Wikipedia has to create pages. There's no, at least that I'm aware of, there is no, you have to make pages if you edit on Wikipedia. Like, it's open to anybody, including creating new pages, though they have recommendations for how to go about making a new page, or depending on where the page goes, it's called a different thing. So I've been focusing on articles, and so writing and publishing articles and new articles. And so depending on one's experience with writing in general and or writing on Wikipedia, one might be directed towards just make the article itself or make an article in draft space, stuff like that. And so this video is touching on that aspect of what I do in my writing and publishing, and specifically my baseline selection criteria for Wikipedia articles I create. So, and that sounds like really big and impressive, at least to me at this point in time, that kind of like sentence. The baseline criteria, if I had to describe all of my pages, is kind of my overarching mentality for Wikipedia, which is I am editing, writing, publishing on Wikipedia to enjoy myself. So I'm not going to choose to make a Wikipedia page for something I find depressing, a topic that I find depressing, a person that bothers me, that kind of stuff. There's a bit of, there is selection that goes into what I create, and what is it? So I'd say that at its most fundamental core is I choose topics, events, people that I find interesting, or I push myself in a new direction and find interesting. So there's kind of this interesting component, and I've touched on the biography, so I have a lot of biography of living person pages, articles. So I have made quite a few of those, like over 50, if I'm recalling correctly, over 50 biography of living people articles. And so, an article is like a type of page. There's list pages, there's article pages, there's disambiguation pages, so there's different things. An article is just like an event page or a page about a person, and by page I mean web page. But entity itself, the form of writing, is an article. Okay. So a little terminology there. And I've touched on before, potentially a little bit ago, in at least one video, that I want to see my biographies alive. And that applies to whether it's a Wikipedia article, a book, or something, just a general interest. Here's a blurb about this person whose page I created that I'm sending to my family, which I've done. And so if I'm choosing a person, it has to be someone that I have like interest in seeing them be alive, because I'm making a biography of a living person page. I don't know, that's a self-standard of some people purposefully choose to make Wikipedia articles about people that they don't like. I don't do that. Okay, mine is, I want to see this person alive, because if this person is alive, it's good. Like from a purely business standpoint, I get to write more. If I'm staying tuned in and following this person and they're covered in the news and stuff, and I'm writing from these new news articles, I get to keep contributing to their biography if someone doesn't beat me to it. That kind of stuff. And by beat me to it, I mean get the news source right on the page, that kind of publish before me. And so there's that for the living persons. So I guess that's part of my selection criteria, is it's not only someone I want to write about, I find interesting, I want to see them alive. It's and this one expands beyond just my biography pages, it's a topic, an event, person. I'm pretty narrowed in to kind of those things. I have a mineral, sulfate mineral I made a Wikipedia article for. That's not a person, it's a natural material. And I chose these articles because, like for the mineral, for example, I was in graduate school and there was a flurry in undergrad, in graduate, so I was in college, and there was this big kind of breakthrough in volcano science, and this mineral kept coming up and was really cool, and it didn't have an article on Wikipedia. And so I just quit graduate school, and I was like, it'd be fun. I have these really beautiful mineral atlases or handbooks on different minerals, and this one had a role and came up socially. If it were a person, its notability would be off the charts in the social world, like kind of thing. And so I was like, this mineral does not have an article on Wikipedia, I should make its article and highlight some of the findings that we talked about when this mineral was playing a huge role in breaking volcanology. So like brand new volcanology, huge eruptions, a lot of it was in Russia, a bunch of new minerals discovered, that kind of stuff. And this mineral played a huge role in being able to identify new minerals and that kind of thing. So it was if there was a most notable, if a swimmer can have a breakthrough and appear at this highest level of competition, it was like this mineral breaking through the social realm in my lifetime. It was found and named a long time ago, but in my lifetime, it was the breakthrough in my social sphere when I was in college, and I was like, I should make a Wikipedia article that highlights this notability that came through socially. So I did. And this is providing one example of I did that not just to try and capture accurately that first notability in my lifetime. There's more to it than that, but a whole lot more. But to capture, this is something I know because I experienced it. Can I put it on this mineral page? And then this article. And then once I have the article out there, and if it passes review, I can keep adding to it. And so I'd say